This is Smart Follows channel and you are welcome to Smart Follows channel. In this video where I will give you some of the tips how to write a good resume or to build a good resume or curriculum writer. So if you are a job seekers or if you are still in the job, you want to switch your job, you want a new job. So actually we need to communicate through the recruiter, to the recruiter using this resume. So resume actually reflect you. It is the mirror of you. So try to remember that resume represents you. So you need to make yourself more decorated, more useful, sense that it can be easily visible to the recruiter and they can easily reach out to you to discuss to more and to check your feasibility for this position. So let's start it and so I will go to that and give you some of this demo that different are making different kind of reasons. So a few of the sample actually I downloaded from this um, web and I will go through each and I will give you the tips. So first one is here. See one of those resume here it is mentioned. So the front you can use this one which is actually makes sense to me or it is looks good that first is your name which will be in capital or you can say in the title in the top of your resume in the first page. Okay, and make sure that the name can be capitalized all the time or the first named or the word of this named can be capitalized, but make sure your named is looks good. If you make it all capitalized it's fine, followed by your communication address. So here definitely you will first give the mobile and followed by the mail ID because recruiter prefer to reach out to you in mobile first or even in the email or on any mail, maybe hotmail, gmail or something else, followed by your address and followed by you can put some of the good social profile like LinkedIn, GitHub, LeetCode, HackerRank, HackerEarth, Kaggle, and etc. So you can put it right. So there is a lot of opportunity. Like see, this is the name. So this can be written in the top, but this guy is written at here. Okay, good. But this naming address you can keep at here, and make sure the phone number and followed by the mail will be the in the first, and later it will be like LinkedIn profile or any summarized profile. I notice sometimes that people writing in the bracket after the name is a data scientist, is a DevOps engineer, or is a AI engineer, um, or something else, right? Data analyst, or maybe something else. But don't do it because recruiter, when they are looking for a particular person, right, they are not going each and every resume. So it is makes funny not to write the designation or the profile or the positions you are looking for after the name. So keep this thing in ready. That will makes really sense. Like see, there this person is writing digital marketing specialist. Don't do it. Write the name, that communication address, and keep the communication address in the left hand side. This is more makes more sense. Feature. Now after that, first part is completed. That name and address and this mail communication or phone communication. You can write that objective part. This is more sense here. If I go for especially for India, right, so objective and skill does matter. So keep these two things in the very first of your resume after name. So objectives, what you actually goal, what you accomplished so far, how many year of experience, and what the areas you are expertised. So this will actually make sense. So sometimes if recruiter by their default search they got some of the keyword which is, now I will come to that discussions later, the keyword point. So they will go to your objective and the skill. They will not go every the whole resume 3 or 4 pages, maybe 2 pages or maybe in one page. So this two first two is makes really sense to the recruiter, the objective and skills. And keep the skills, put all the skills whatever you have, don't miss any, but don't use the skills too often. Like if you know Microsoft some of the product, don't select Microsoft Word, Excel to PowerPoint and if you know Microsoft, so some of the Word, Excel, that's good, but don't that m- mis use that Microsoft whatever the product it has, right? So some of the communication and some of the misunderstanding is there, but keep in mind this part is the most important, because when the recruiter will looking for 5 positions, so there is, let's say, 5,000 resume, so they will sort out the resume based on the skills. There is a keyword, if you know AI or data science, based on the keyword search in your resume, it is matched to maybe 80 percentile or maybe more than that, then only recruiter sort out your resume and they will go to the resume and maybe they will reach out to you for these positions. So make sure skills is the most important in the resume. Followed by you can give the work experience. This is one of the perfect example for this work example. Let's say um, digital marketing specialist, or um, so or you can write the company organization's name followed by the specializations actually work on and the timing. And even though you can give the place and followed by the timing, so suppose you work on India in Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad or somewhere else, so organization name Mumbai, Delhi, or maybe Bangalore, followed by the timing in which times you work on that, and some of the project highlighted point that this is the project, or this is the key um, um, outlines of this project you can highlight. I think there is another one. This also makes sense. Education, don't give the education in the top. I will strongly recommend not the educations. Give the skill first. Education will come later. So yeah, this one else looks good. Um, with respect to its work experience. So the organization's name and location, where is the job title, and followed by the daytime during which daytime do you work on that, and some of the project. If you work on multiple project, write down in short. If you work on single project, write down in 2 to 3 lines. Actually, this is makes more sense. If you work on multiple organizations, keep them in as asynchronous orders like this. And when your work experience is done, then you come back to your or you know education, that from where you pass, and the education sample or the title like this. So here first your degree, maybe BTech, MTech, PhD, followed by which year and from which university. Some people are actually mention the score, so it is not mandatory. But if you have really high intelligence and if you got a high score, you can mention it, but it not makes too much sense. But your degree makes sense that you are BTech, MTech, or something, some other degrees. Later, what else? This makes sense. Educations, something this is too messy actually. People will not go through it. To be honest, people will not go through it. And skills is kind of good. Um, so another experience at here. This is one of the most perfect that project, whatever the project he did. Um, but followed by education, he gives the skill at here, but don't give the skill at here. Give the skill in the top. Achievement and responsibility, you can do it. You split it here. Some I know people I noticed they're giving too much values like their religious, their caste, and something. But don't do these things. Keep those very informative informations in the resume. Now, how to um, mm, make yourself that you can to reach out to the Naukri recruiter or maybe Indeed recruiter or some other recruiter easily. To do that, um, every 1 year change your resume in the portal. First suggestion. Second one is that keep your heading. In Naukri profile there is a heading section. Keep your heading very objectives and make sense. It will make sense to the HR, because HR look into the heading, that what is the people about, the smell will get from the heading. And some other things also can be done. And there is a profile section also. In the profile section, keep a few lines, 3 to 4 lines. Everything is detailed, not everything in a short that makes your resumes. So HR will not go to the skill. Based on the skill keynote, they will short out it, and followed by they will go to the profile and the profile uh, heading. So from there they will manually now select that which of the reason is good and the person may be good. After that they will reach out to you. I think there is a very very small informations, right? These are the very very small informations, but I think this cover everything. But instead of that, no, if you need anything else, please reach out to me. I can help you throughout there. So for the now, goodbye.